They only scored 13 points.
We had 5 sacks in the first half.
Kenny Pickett only threw for 100 yards.
We didn't score any points in the second half.
It was a rookie QB.
Marquez had it in his hands. Oh my God, we did it!
My dick is big, my dick is wide, my dick is huge.
That's right. Super Bowl, here we come.
So you're saying there's a chance?
We're ready to tear this baby up.
Why? Good afternoon, football fans, and happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at the Trajan Temple Sportcast. I am your host, professional wrestler and Kansas City Chiefs fanatic, Christian Temple, joined alongside, as always, by my good friend, the offensive coordinator-less, terrible towel twirling Trajan. How was your Thanksgiving, sir?
It was good. Ate too much, had too many sweets, and now we're recording this.
Now we're recording this, absolutely. Yes, as you probably noticed, the episode's coming out just a little bit later than we normally do, but we wanted to take a little extra time, enjoy Thanksgiving with our families and everything too. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a Philly game that I was unfortunately there to witness live. We have another game where a rookie quarterback came in and took care of business against a division rival, but it's not all doom and gloom in Yinzer land. But we'll get to that in a second. So starting off with the first rendition of I Don't Want to Talk About It. Hello, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. She wasn't there, by the way.
Nope.
She wasn't there, but Travis Kelce still scored a touchdown. Good God. All right. Well, as you could see by the final score, the Philadelphia Eagles did come to Arrowhead and get a little measure of revenge, taking down the Chiefs with a final score of 21-17. And I'll start with just how my weekend went. So go up Sunday morning with the wife. You know, we wanted to make a weekend out of it up in Kansas City. We go stay close by to the Kansas Motor Speedway and next door to Children's Mercy Park. So shout out to Sporting Kansas City, still going strong in the playoffs right now. Hopefully they take it all the way. That'd be awesome as a wild card team.
Amazing.
That would be amazing. Yep, it was a nice day. Went and hung out at the Sea Life Center, got to the aquarium and everything too. We wanted to go to Legoland, which was connected to it, but we could not, as for the fact that we had to have a child with us in order to go see Legoland. So that was unfortunate. But
working on that baby.
But Sea Life was fun. It was pretty cool. I'll probably have some clips here while I'm talking about it in the background here because it was really sweet, all things considered. Then we go out to Dave & Buster's. You know, have a few drinks, play some games. We watched a little bit of the Denver and Minnesota game while we were there too. But none of that mattered because the next day, it's game day. It's Monday Night Football, prime time at Arrowhead Stadium. We're ready to have a good time. Rain or shine, doesn't matter, which luckily it was cloudy all day and it was misting the entire game. There was a little spell of rain here and there, but luckily it wasn't like miserable conditions or anything like that. The mist was there. It was a kind of a chilly game, not nearly as cold as the AFC Championship game, but we were ready to go. You know, this was one of the games that I circled on my calendar when it was announced on the schedule. Super Bowl rematch at Arrowhead Stadium, Eagles versus Chiefs. Let's go. Let's have some fun. And it was fun. It was fun in the first half. Chiefs lose the coin toss, but they get the ball first pretty early on in the game. Drive down the field. Wide open touchdown pass to Justin Watson. Chiefs go up 7-0. Great start to the game. One point I was hoping that the Chiefs would make in this game, and it seems like they did. I wanted them to get Isaiah Pacheco running more often, and they gave him 19 carries. He ended up with 89 yards. You know, not terrible, not great. You know, respectable. Get the running game going. Even Clyde Edwards-Helaire came in for a couple plays and broke off a couple 10-yard runs. Amazing, right? yeah, we get the running game going. It seemed like it was actually doing pretty well against the Eagles defense. They eventually they tied up. We go to the end of the first quarter, tied 7-7, but Chiefs drive down the field again, and as you can see by this clip right here too, Travis Kelce doesn't necessarily need Taylor Swift to be at the game to do well. He gets a touchdown pass here too. Wasn't his best game. He only had 44 yards on 7 receptions, but we'll get to what I didn't like about Kelce's game here in a few moments here. Speaking of Justin Watson, he was our leading receiver, 5 receptions for 53 yards, including that touchdown. Go into halftime, up by 10. Harrison Butker gets a field goal towards the end, so we're up by 10, halftime. Everything's feeling good. I'm still in line to go to the bathroom when the second half starts, but when I get back to my seat, I realize our defense forced a 3 and out. So before I get to the doom and gloom, I definitely got to give a shout out to the Chiefs defense for the 5 sacks that they recorded. Unfortunately, all 5 of those sacks were in the first half. There were 9 tackles for loss, some of which were in the second half. But yeah, Chris Jones had 2 sacks, Trent McDuffie had 2 sacks, and almost a pick 6. Oh my God, he was so close to that. And Furious George Karloftis, your cousin getting the picture with him and everything. Was your cousin or your buddy? I forget.
Cousin.
It was your cousin. Okay. Defense doing very, very well against a very talented and very stacked Eagles offense. But yep, that was when the good times ended, because in the second half, Jalen Hurts got the offense rolling here. DeAndre Swift with the touchdown run, and Jalen Hurts with the tush push into the end zone for the touchdown that ultimately took the lead. But no need to fret, right? The offense just needs to wake up, start rolling. Unfortunately, the drops. The drops. The team that leads the league in drops strikes again. Travis Kelce with the drop. Justin Watson with the drop. And the last chance of the game, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A long bomb from Pat Mahomes hits him right in the hands, and it falls incomplete. And that would have broken the sound barrier if he would have caught that at Arrowhead. That would have been a phenomenal moment. And funny enough, he was the worst receiving target in the game, and with that one catch, he probably would have been the top receiver, because I think it was pretty close to 60 yards on there, which, as I mentioned, Justin Watson had 53 yards. But
Yep.
Here's the deal. You can't put the whole game on that one play. The wide receivers in general, outside of Justin Watson, really, and Rashee Rice, which begs the question, Rashee Rice had a good game. Why were we taking him off the field so frequently? I've got to question that strategy, because he's been coming into his own these last few weeks, I think, and you're limiting his targets, you're limiting his snap count. I just don't understand. Maybe they'll realize that he's actually one of our better ones, even at a rookie status, and maybe give him more reps now. We can only hope here. But that's how the cookie crumbled. The Chiefs, as I mentioned, fall to the Eagles by a score of 21-17. There were some Eagles fans that were maybe a little too excited about this, and as I mentioned to Trajan, I certainly hope they waved at that Lombardi trophy on the way out of the stadium, including Nick Sirianni after the things he said up the tunnel too. So, but hey, you know what? It's that was probably a monkey off his back. So you know what? I won't harbor that much until they lose in the first round of the playoffs. But you know, it's for what it's worth. It's always a great time going to Arrowhead, and I knew this was going to be a fun game. It wasn't going to be a blowout, for any team, honestly. And unfortunately, that's just the way it ended. But I'm glad that it was to a team that is has the best record in the league. It wasn't to a bottom feeder like the New England Patriots or the Arizona Cardinals or a rookie quarterback or something like that. It was one of the best. It was one of the best teams in the league. So hats off to the Eagles. You earned this one. So on to next week and on to the Raiders.
Yeah. I like that little dig there, but
me digging? What? I would never, sir. I would never.
To be fair, we faced a better defense than Philly.
Oh, okay. You know what? The Browns to be fair, the Browns' whole identity is their defense right now too. But I guess now the time has come for the second rendition of I Don't Want to Talk About It. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Whoa. This is not an I don't want to talk about it moment.
Oh?
This is a glorious moment in Steelers history.
Oh.
I'll explain why, because I finally got my checklist. It's done.
It's back.
It's done. See this? History. Ancient history. Out of here. Not since 1941 has the Steelers fired someone in the coaching staff mid-season. We did it here this week. Oh my goodness. Let me just read some numbers off to you.
Okay. All right.
Let me read off what I had to go through. This is from the stats guy Daniel. Matt Canada spent 44 games at the Steelers. Under that, he produced 0 games with 400 yards plus. That's with running and passing. Only 1 game with a 300-yard passer. Remind you that he had Big Ben. I mean, he still had a 30 TD season that year. 2 games with 30 points plus. Almost 3 seasons. 7 games with 2+ passing TDs. 7. 27 games with 20 first downs or less. It's not good. That's not good. In 28 games with 20 points or less. And he only did 44 games with the Steelers. How did this man keep his job?
Loyalty's a dangerous thing.
Just know if you are hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers, you just have to be mediocre. You're going to keep your job.
The high-end talent will bail you out.
They will bail you out time and time again. Glorious day. Browns thing, just a bump in the road.
Just a bump in the road?
That's their Super Bowl. They can have their 13-10 victory. We'll continue our winning ways in the future.
Shall we actually do the I don't want to talk about it now? Shall we talk about this game? I think it's only fair that we talk about this game now.
I mean, I really don't want to.
'Tis the name of the segment. As you can see, 13-10, the Cleveland Browns, led by Deshaun Watson. Oh, wait, nope, hold on. Let me check my notes here. Hold on. I don't. Dorian Thompson Robinson. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I got the name right there. The floor is yours, my friend. I'll let you go from here.
To sum it up, there was a game we played, we lost. Okay, we're good. So Kenny Pickett was unbelievably bad in this.
I had to point this out. You had the opposite problem we did, and I didn't even realize this. You didn't have any points in the first half, but at least you woke up in the second half. We did not.
So, yeah, we started out, we went into the half 10-0. So, full disclosure, I did not watch this game until after it aired. I went back and rewatched it. Mm-hmm. So, I'm checking at my wife's family Thanksgiving, the score, and I see 10-0. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, guys. Every time I look at it, it looks like we're punting the ball, and it's just unbelievably bad. Then I'm just talking with the family, and someone comes up. Oh, you guys tied it up. I'm like, we scored points? we got a touchdown?
It's a Christmas miracle.
So I started kind of glancing at my phone a little bit more often. Maybe I should have stopped looking. That I jinxed it. I jinxed it. It's my fault. I mean, our defense held strong. I I mean, a team that's known for running. I know Chubb's out, but they still have Hunt and Jerome Ford. He has still been doing pretty good. We held them to under 100 yards rushing combined with their QB that ran for 20. Two other guys, I don't even know who they are. They only ran for 8 and 1 yard. So the biggest thing is we let down Jalen Warren in this game. Oh my gosh. Jalen Warren had the big dick energy this game. Carrying the load. 9 carries. Your running back had how many? Like 20 carries? 19 carries?
Yep.
He almost did that in 1 carry. 9 carries, 129 yards, 1 touchdown, 74 for his long. Why did he not rush more? Maybe because we went 3 and out a lot. But we also gave 12 of those carries to Najee, who sucked big dog doo-doo. 35 yards. I mean, to be fair, he was just as good as Kareem Hunt. True. I mean, ultimately, against this Browns defense, it says more about the Browns defense than Najee Harris in this instance, I will say. And I'd say it says a lot more about Jalen Warren in this case, too.
Definitely.
Kenny Pickett, he's just missing throws. 15 for 28, 106 yards. He was at 94 yards till the last play of the game. Like, he did not break 100 until the game, last ditch effort, Hail Mary situation, and we didn't even get the Hail Mary. I mean, he didn't get the yards on a Hail Mary there. Nope. No touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, yet again, an instance of where he's not killing us by turnovers, but he is not helping us. And I think this was the final straw with Matt Canada, but I just really don't know. I mean, an offensive coordinator is supposed to develop a quarterback. Head coach is supposed to too, but it primarily falls to the offensive coordinator. And we're not seeing much development here. So I don't know if this says a lot about Kenny Pickett, if it says a lot about Matt Canada, or the answer could be both. So we shall see in these next coming weeks. I am very excited about a Bengals game just for that. Even though, I mean, they have a backup QB. I wish Joe Burrow was there. I always hate the excuse, well, if we would have had our starting quarterback, we would... I hate that excuse.
But do you hate that more than we lost to a backup quarterback?
Anyways.
The question must be raised here, honestly.
TJ got a sack. George Pickens, he got 4 receptions for 38 yards, 6 targets. So, like I said, he missed a lot of targets on there. I can't blame it on George Pickens, like your guys' wide receivers. There was bad balls being thrown. Deontay Johnson, the worst defender on it, 8 targets for 2 receptions, 16 yards. A lot of those, they were way, way far away. There's the one play on that final drive. Our defense did their job. It was 10-10. They got the points in the last few minutes of the game. The defense gave it back twice within the 3 minutes in a tied game. The defense did their job. I mean, yeah, you can argue they shouldn't have let him go into field goal range, but there was a shank punt. They were already close to that field goal range anyways. I mean, any defense might let up some yards there, and they already gave the ball back. But we went, get this, 15 seconds for a 3 and out. Bam, throw play. Bam, throw play. Bam, throw play. 15 seconds off the clock.
No variety.
I mean, when the whole game, I get it. The defense is strong. Jaylen Warren has been the guy. He wasn't even out on the field. So some questionable personnel calls there. I mean, should have Tomlin said, well, hold up. Let's do this to Canada? Maybe. But maybe this was a game that we needed to lose. And it ultimately got a guy that we've been chanting for, writing signs.
Chanting at hockey games. Hockey games and
hockey games
at games that the Steelers aren't even involved in.
Exactly. I mean, Steelers fans, we have made our voice heard, and I think that is a testament to the fans there. I mean, yes, there's a portion of our fan base that is spoiled and will complain about anything because we haven't won 20 Super Bowls these last 20 years. I mean, ultimately, we've had a lot of success, but this was far from the standard, and we need to get back up to it.
Got to get back up to the standard, exactly. And I apologize for my backup quarterback comment because actually the Chiefs are taking on a backup quarterback this week against the Raiders. So, God, I hope not. Not to Derek Carr Jr. Yeah, that was one of those games, unfortunately, and every team suffers through them. That's kind of how we felt against the Broncos, where just nothing seems to go right, and they seem to have all the answers on there too, no matter who's in the quarterback position there. So, but yep, that was our week. A pair of losses here too. Not fun. There's some positives to take out of either or. Like I said, for us, the defense, playing on their heads again. You just can't rely on them on forever. And like you said, Jaylen Warren, they making his name heard in the world of running backs here, even ahead of the very hyped Najee Harris. Which is that a Najee ornament up on your tree yet, or have you put the tree up yet?
So as the tree is not up yet, I might actually have that one at the work.
Oh, there you go.
Tree that I in my office.
So I'll see that too. There you go. Alrighty. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Chiefs will be on the road taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, led by Aiden O'Connell. That will be a 3:30 game. So, oh boy, looking forward to that one. It's the Chiefs have done very well at the Raiders these past few years, so hopefully they can keep that up. Hopefully they can learn to score some points in the second half for the first time in a month. For God's sakes, that would be very nice to see. What do the Steelers got this coming week? You said the Bengals.
We have the Bengals, the non-Joe Burrow Bengals, but we have a 51.2 chance of winning. I like those odds. We should maybe see some offense surging. The only things I don't like, Pickens is questionable for this game. Minka, he's been out these last two games. He's still questionable. We actually have a lot of people that are questionable for these games. James Pierre, our cornerbacks have been beaten. Linebacker core has been beaten up too. Nick Herbig is out, questionable. And Montavious Adams, our defensive tackle, is yet again questionable for this game. So
I did see that there were some pickups by the Steelers, including one Miles Jack. He's returning.
He is returning. He knows the playbook from last year. He was getting up there in age. That's why he retired. But yeah, our linebacker core has been riddled with injuries, and it says a lot from that defensive stop there last week with only 13 points.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Alrighty, well, that is our show this week. We want to thank you all so much for joining us on this very, very happy Thanksgiving Day here. Hopefully you enjoyed it with all your friends and family, and we hope to see you all next week. Thank you everybody again for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all of your friends, and we will see you all next week for the Week 12 Progress Report. Take care, everybody.
I don't want to do a progress report.